I didn't realize I could do this. I'm currently going to try and figure out the logistics of my mech right now, which is fun. Trying to figure out what we're going to work on today. I think it's going to be the arms. I have to figure out this arm joint and that whole debacle here. I was messing around with my 3D model. I figured out I have a thing for my video game Star Citizen called Tobii Eye Tracker. I did not realize that VTube Studios actually has a cross compatibility with Tobii Eye Tracker, which is a lot more accurate than my webcam. And besides this, it's pretty stable. Anyways, yeah, let's get yoked. Oh yeah, also I've been doing some work behind the scenes. I got the hip joints figured out, so all the drawings you can see back here. Arms, let's get yoked, everyone. Best way to go about 3D modeling is to break it down into simple shapes that you can kind of visualize. So with our arms, we have a cube on top of basically a trapezoid and then connected to a rectangle. And of course, we've got our mechanical fiddly bits in between all of that, but that's the basics of the shape. So what we'll do is start off with a nice little cube. Looks about right. And then we have another cube. Also, it seems to start somewhere like over here. Comes down around here. And we can hide this. Extrude it out about there. We'll shrink it down to 5. No, that's equal on both sides. Yeah, it looks about right. And then we've got to do these chamfers. We're gonna stretch this out to there. Does something funky with this. And then go in here. Boom. Look at that. That wasn't hard at all. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Grab this, cut that there. And then what we can do is extrude out a joint here. All right. And then grab that, throw this over here, that, there. 1, 2, 3. Yay, we got that shape down. A little tricky, but nothing crazy. Yeah, that looks good. All right, I'm calling you. All right, jabber a bit.
It's so big on your screen. I feel like my artistic process is trying to shortcut as much as possible and make it still look good. And while you're here, like, I have to make everything accurate and everything would work in real life.
I have that German ancestry in my blood, which means I must overcomplicate everything I do.
I'm German too, shaking my head. I'm just a lazy German.
Yeah, you're just not a good German.
I'm just not a good German, but I have opinions about everything.
But you're a woman. You can't have opinions.
I legit had someone come on one of my streams and be like, stop talking, just draw. And I'm like, bro.
So, fun fact, this model was rigged by Johnny Ryushi. This was also the first model he ever rigged for another person. Yeah.
First try?
Yeah, this was his first try.
That's crazy.
For another person. He had done a couple of practice ones on smaller and simpler models, but this was like the first one he did for another person, so. Is this the mech hand? This is the mech, what is that? That's forearm. No. What's up from the forearm? Why am I totally blanking on that? Hand, wrist, forearm, elbow.
I have no idea. Would it be, what's the opposite of 4 again? Hind arm?
That just sounds wrong.
Nah, shoulder. I don't know, bicep? Like.
Bicep, yeah, I think that's the bicep.
Okay. Upper arm is based.
Yeah.
POV me who used to have every muscle in the body memorized and now doesn't remember like even 2 of them anymore.
Okay. Have I completed the ritual? Have I fulfilled the demands of the plasticity? Yes! It is solid again! I have not missed a face.
Yippee!
Yippee! I'm just gonna rebuild these faces entirely. I like making more work for myself because it's not perfect.
Said no one ever. What the heck?
It said me because when it comes to stuff like this, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Partially because I just get hyperfixated on it, but partially too because I'm of the personal opinion that everything that you do, especially in a creative pursuit, is in a reflection of God in terms of his role as a creator. And so I want to do it to the best of my ability.
Well, thanks for mogging on me, I guess. Dang.
No, that wasn't base theology of creativity. Thank you, Myth. I try. Granted, I do fully admit there are points where I am lazy and I just don't do things that I could do. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Dun, 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 dun. This stream is just the singular brain cell me and Frog are sharing, bouncing back and forth between us.
Just playing ping pong.
Bing. Bing, bing.
Bing bong.
This is just my thoughts on like art in general. I think it's one of the biggest things that marks us as image bearers of God is the fact that we create art and we create things for no other apparent reason than to create and express ideas. Like you don't see that in other species. You might see like hints of that But like, for the most part, those species are doing it for some reason that is practical to their continued existence. Not as humans, we don't need art to survive, but we do it all the same. Oh no, I think Kaido made an impossible shape I can't model.
Where?
Right here.
The little, like, trapezoids? Like,
Yeah, okay, so the way he did this
African or European?
is like this.
Yeah.
And then it's got like a chamfer going here to make this shape, basically. So to make this trapezoid, right? So in order to make that shape, you have to chamfer it like that. See how there? Yeah. But then the way he draws it is he draws it so that this is all one continuous face, one flat face.
Oh.
And I can't think of how that would geometrically work. Unless it's, no, but it can't be. When in doubt, grab a 3D reference. And if you can't find a 3D reference, well, you're kind of screwed, so. Da Vinci was a weird dude.
Da Vinci was an interesting man.
Yeah, based and Da Vinci pilled. That's a statement I never thought.
4 to 6 days later.
Ugh. All right, and then patch this, patch this, patch this, patch that. Very twisty. Twist. I think I have managed to satisfy my brain in making an impossible shape possible. It's not perfect, but it's about as close as I feel like I'm gonna get. So there's also humans who have died in some absolutely wacky ways. I remember this story that came out of, I think it was Texas, where this dude ended up dying because he was at a air gun range that had a gun range behind it, and the bullet that was fired from the handgun that killed him ricocheted off the top corner of the gun range, went through a shed, missed like by a hair a broom handle that was standing up against the shed wall, went through the top of the air gun shed, and then ricocheted downward into this guy's brain.
Crazy. That is like generational bad luck. Oh my word.
Imagine getting to heaven.
Heaven, like, how did you die? I don't even know.
You know, he gets into heaven, it's just waiting there, he shows them the reel, and the dude's like, I'm not even angry, I'm kind of impressed. Like, thank you everyone for joining me today. It actually does mean the world that you guys would give me all this support. I might have a tiny panic attack after stream, but not during stream.
No.